have cameras inside. I'm surprised if they don't. Maybe need cameras pointing at the suspect area of the vehicle. Now maybe need cameras that point towards the back seat of a cruiser or in the back of a paddy wagon, so you know what the hell's going on. So there's no impropriety, so we don't get any more of this Freddie Gray crap. What if Freddie Gray did do what other people in the van were saying? Yeah, he did. He injured himself. What if he did do that? I hate the idea of having cameras everywhere recording our every movement, but because people, they are so busy trying to play you that it's almost a necessity for your own sanity and safety that you have, that you be recorded nearly 24/7 when you're off of your property. Because there are so many government agencies that want to play you. Now, why she's a day? How can she give a briefing the day after she's sworn in? She had no power before. Why was she paying it? How could she possibly pay attention the way Eric Holder could have paid attention? You can't. You don't have any power. You don't know if you're going to be when you're going to be approved or if. So last week, members of Congress were encouraging Lynch to make a visit, but some said she should wait until the violence subsided. Why? Because would her presence incite and enrage the rioters even more? Would her safety be in question, and would she be at risk? Really? Would she be at risk if she went there sooner? If she's coming from being sent by all holy Obama, she should have the power in her hands just to wave her hands and calm the crowd down and say, "Ho, I bear you glad and grand tidings from the potentate Obama, His Holiness himself. So y'all need to calm down, go back to your homes, be peaceful. We'll settle this. Trust me." But no, we have a bunch of people out there no, Loretta, don't go yet. Don't go yet, Loretta. Don't go. Oh no, it's too wild and crazy over there. You don't want to go over there, Loretta. You want to stay away until it calms down, so then it looks like you're understanding. See, they're playing you. Instead, she was in close touch with city officials and sent some of her top staff, including Vanita Gupta, head of the department's Civil Rights Division. There you go, civil rights, folks. I know, you're going to have to... You guys are going to have to learn to not doubt me. Do not doubt me. I'm telling you that if they are unable to bring these charges that that the prosecutor has come down with on these 6 officers, they are going to charge them with civil rights violations. And as soon as they get charged with civil rights violations, they will be convicted of those civil rights violations. And as soon as that happens, they will be sued by Gray's family into the next millennium. Look, the pattern has already been set. It started back when it really took off. Started and took off with the O.J. Simpson trial. Not guilty, but the family said, no, we're not accepting that. You violated her and Ron Goldman's civil rights. Simpson, his ex-wife Simpson, and her friend Ron Goldman. You violated their civil rights by killing them. Well, I didn't kill them. Court of law said that they couldn't prove that I killed them. I'm innocent of that. You still did it. Well, you're responsible for it. Even if you didn't do it, you're responsible. We're going to hold you responsible, we're going to hold you accountable, and we're going to sue you. And we're going to win. And when we win, we're going to hold it over your head for the rest of your natural-born life. Forever and ever, any dime that you make, we're going to take it. Doesn't matter. No, we don't care about your kids. We don't care about, the rest of your family. We're just going to take your money. Because we need justice. Even if, as long as we think we know who the killer is, we don't care about the truth of the facts. We just want to feel good, and it'll make us feel good to sue the hell out of you. So it's and it gets transposed and it gets repeated over and over and over. This is a pattern that we're now facing in this country. You can be found not guilty, innocent of a crime, but you're still facing some sort of civil lawsuit or civil trial or civil rights trial, which you could be convicted of. And not only could you be sued until the middle of the next millennium, but you could even end up going to jail for some civil violations. But, you're criminally, you're innocent. Look, because you're being played. Do not doubt me on this. If they cannot bring charges on these, if they cannot bring these charges to court on these 6 cops, I guarantee you that the federal government is going to swoop in with civil rights violation charges. They will be convicted, at least some of them, and then the family lawsuits will come out. And they will be sued into the next millennium. This is the pattern, folks, because they've learned how to manipulate us. We've all been played. And it keeps who? It keeps them in power. Don't doubt me. Don't doubt me. This Black Spring thing that now all of a sudden the ACLU is going to come out and say, yeah, the American Black Spring begins. I think that's kind of racist, but how come the leftist can say something like that? A white leftist group, pretty much, ACLU, and they can get away. I guarantee you that if a Republican said that first, they'd that's racist, man. You can't say that. That's racist. Guarantee you. Oh, no, man. You can't say Black Spring because that's right. Well, I can say it. No, you just Uncle Tom anyway, Rod. You can't say it either. I can say anything I damn well please. This is the United States, and we still do have the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and all the other amendments. So now I guess we're supposed to think, isn't this wonderful? Peace is coming because one of Obama's minions are going to that desperate city. Oh, it's so wonderful. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I just feel so enlightened now. Oh, it's so great. Give me a break. I refuse to be played anymore. I know why she's going. I know what's going to happen. I'm not going to be played. And I hope to God that you out there, if you haven't wised up to all this already, I hope that you do, so you don't be played. And I'm talking about all ethnic backgrounds. I don't care what the color of your skin is. They're playing all of you. They're trying to play every last 330 million of us. The point is that we often let them. And we got to stop. Here's something out of the files of the ultimately stupid. There's a lot of this kind of stuff floating around out there, especially in the younger. If you're under 30, man, I don't know some of y'all are just brain damage. You may appear normal. You don't have any real physical or mental disability that we're aware of. But for the things that you do, the only way to explain it is that you are brain damaged. Because you'll do things that are stupid and obvious to anybody else over the age of 30. And it's kind of like, hello, McFly, knocking on your head when you do something stupid and you get called out on it. And you're called to explain yourself. And you're wondering why people are picking on you. Well, here's a story from WND. When I saw this story and I read this story, I done about fell out my seat with laughter. Yeah, for those of you in Rush Limbaugh's Ria Linda, that's how black people down south talk. Anybody see the what was that movie with? Oh my goodness! Now I can't remember the name of the movie with Brer Rabbit and Brer Fox and Brer Bear. I don't think because that movie actually was kind of racist. And I don't think Disney has shown it in years because of that. I don't think you can get it. I can't remember that. I'll have to look it over during the break and see if it's out there. And I'll tell you, and I'll direct you if I can find it. I'll direct you to where you can go and possibly get a copy or see it. I saw it. It was actually pretty funny. But let me tell you, there are some stereotypes in there that made that movie extremely, by today's standards, extremely racist. But anyway, here's a WND story. Woman fired before her first day over a Facebook post. Now, the woman says, I actually cried. It really hurt because I wasn't trying to offend anybody. No. Now, keep that. Those are her words. Keep that in mind as I explain to you the basics of this story. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to need to put your seatbelt on because you're going to be falling out your seat with laughter. Because this is how inane and brain damaged the American youth are. Now, her name is Caitlin Walls of The Colony, Texas. I didn't know there was a town called The Colony, but evidently there is. The Colony, Texas. And it goes on to say it probably won't win her any Mother of the Year awards. No, it won't. Now, the single mother with tattoos and face piercing, she got both sides of her bottom lip pierced. You know, I think they call those vamp fangs or whatever, vampire. She got the piercings on the bottom of her lip on each side of her mouth. So, and she's now being flayed on the internet after she was fired from her new job before she even started working there for bad-mouthing her new place of employment. Now, let me repeat to you what she said. She said, I actually cried. It really hurt because I wasn't trying to offend anybody. You badmouth your employer and you're not trying to, your new employer, and you're not trying to offend anybody? What? Okay. We'll move on. Now, before reporting for duty at the Colony Child Development Center last week, the 27-year-old posted on Facebook, I start my new job today, but I absolutely hate working at daycare. Now, she's applied for, interviewed for, got hired for the Colony Child Development Center, which is a daycare. But let me repeat what she says. I start my new job today, but I absolutely hate working at daycare. Now, another comment stated, LOL, it's all good. I just really hate being around a lot of kids. She hates being around a lot of kids. Immediately, Wall says, people started hammering her online. Well, what did she expect? Oh, wait a minute now. I applied to and for a job at a daycare facility. I interviewed for a job working with kids at a daycare facility. I convinced them to hire me to work with kids at this childcare and development daycare center. But yet, I hate working at a daycare center, and I don't like being around a lot of kids. I just want to be around my own child, I guess. So, and not only do I hold and harbor these feelings, but I'm going to splash them all over Facebook. But I'm not offending anybody. And we're supposed to feel sorry for this one. Now, I had all these girls attacking me because I don't want to be around a lot of kids all the time, she told a CBS affiliate. She had all these girls attacking me because I don't want to be around a lot of kids all the time. But she's going to be working in a daycare center, working with kids, which means she's going to be around a lot of kids 5 days a week, probably 8 or 9 hours a day. Maybe she didn't fully realize the type of job. Maybe she thought she was going to be, head nanny, or maybe, I can't figure out what the hell she was thinking. But let me tell you, these people, they're brain damaged.